Hello friends, in this video I am going to tell you how to send emails in Salesforce. Okay, so let's start. I'll make sure that as false. Okay, now I am going to give the controller, and name of the controller is same as the page name. Okay, now it's asking with sharing, without sharing, so I want to create without sharing. Okay, so in VF page, let me design the page. Apex column, page block. Okay, and here title I'll give as send emails okay, and now what I want here is I want input text. First, what I want is I want people to enter their email address. Okay, this page what I'm going to make is completely dynamic page. I don't want to enter any email address in the Apex logic. This is completely dynamic. I want to give a field, a text field, and there they will enter the email address, and then they'll enter the subject, and they'll enter the text body, and after that they'll click on send email and the email should be gone. Okay, so this page is completely dynamic. It's nothing like going in the Apex logic manually entering the email. It's not like that. So let's do that. So here I'm going to give as email address. Okay, I'll position this in center. Okay, so here now I want to give input text, and I want to make this bold. Okay, so now here I want to give input text, like there should be a field, right, where people will enter their email address. So that is nothing but input text. So Apex column input text. So whenever we are giving any input components, we need to make sure that it should be in form tags. Form slash Apex column form. Okay, so this is the input text where they will enter their email address. Okay, so I want some space in between these two, so I can give here ampersand NBSP semicolon. Okay, so this much space is enough. Now I want people like whoever is coming on this page, I want them to enter the subject. So same thing I'll do. Subject, Okay, okay, so this both are sticking to each other. So how to avoid this problem, we can, what we can do is we have to use Apex page block section. If we put this in Apex page block section, this problem will be avoided. Okay, now I want them to enter their text, the body. So for that I'll take, but this one should be bigger. Okay, so bigger than this both. So for that I need to take input text area, and I can give, we need to give rows and columns here. So rows will be, let's say 6 rows, and columns will be around, let's say 50 columns. Okay, so this will be big enough to for them to enter the body. Okay, now I want to enter like I need a button here. They will click on send email, they'll enter the email address, they'll enter the subject, they'll enter this, the body. I need to change it here to body, message body. And now they should click on a button send email, so the email will be sent. So for that I need to use Apex column page block buttons, and I want the button should be at the bottom. Just a second. Okay, so in this I am going to give Apex column command button, and I will give the name of the button as send email. Okay, so send email, it's not coming properly. I want it in center. Okay, this seems to be fine. Now so we have done the UI part. Okay, now what about the backend logic, the function of this? When we click on send email, it should send an email. So for that we need to write the controller. Okay, so in this I am going to write public. So here I'll take a string. Okay, string, I'll name the string as address. Okay, get set to get and set the values in VF page, and another string I'm going to take is subject. Okay, and the third one I'm going to take is body. Okay, so we have address, subject and body. Now the point is we'll be entering the email address here. How come it is going to come in this variable? So the solution for that is, whenever we are entering the email address in this box, so this is coming in input text. Okay, So in this input text you can give the value as the variable. Okay, then value and third one is body. Okay, so now I have given this, and now what I have to do is I need to create a method. Okay, whenever I click on this send email, the method should be called and the values should be populated. So I am going to create a method that is public void send method. Okay, so in this send method what I am going to do is I'll use a built-in function that is messaging dot single email message, and I'll name the variable as mail is equal to new messaging dot single email message. Okay, and what I'm going to do next is, so this is by this we are going to send email. Okay, this is the built-in function. So I'm going to take a string now, string of array. Okay, string then I'll name this as to address is equal to new string. Okay, so this is the array, and this address whatever I am getting here I am passing here in this variable by this. Okay, okay, so now we have all the email address in this to address. So now I'll use mail dot set to addresses. This is a built-in set to addresses, and in this to addresses just put this variable. Okay, so after putting this variable the email address will be it will get the email address. Okay, and next mail dot set subject is for subject. Okay, and what is the subject? This is the subject here. And next one is mail dot set plain text body. And in this we are going to put this variable. Okay, so now it got everything. It got whatever we are entering it, like we are entering the email address, we are entering the subject and body. It is going to store in this mail. Okay, now the main thing we are going to call from where the email will be sent. So email, everything we have ready now in this variable. So now we'll send this by passing this variable. So messaging dot send email result. Okay, by this we are going to send an email. We can name this as results is equal to new messaging dot send email method. Okay, so in this what we are going to pass, we are going to call new messaging dot send email message. We are going to call this. Okay, and here we are going to pass the mail. Okay, make sure end it with semicolon. What is the error? Messaging dot send email results is equal to messaging. Okay, we are not allocating a new memory for this. Okay, we are allocating a memory here. New messaging dot send email we are allocating here. Okay, so now everything seems to be ready. So what we'll do is now we'll call this method in the command button here. So this method, action send method. Okay, now let me try to enter my email address. So this page looks good now. I'll enter my email address, Smith. If you have any doubts, any queries, you can enter, you can note down my email address and you can email me. So this is my email address, Sumit salesforce at gmail.com. okay, SUMITHSALE and subject is test. Subject, hi Sumit, this is the test. Regards, Sumit. Send email. Let's click on send email and let's see whether we get the email or not. Yes, success. So this is the subject what we have added, and this is my name. Okay, and this is the body, and you can write your own body while sending an email, and this is again the body. This completely is the body. Okay, so this way we are sending an email. So what is the use by giving this way? Because this way is useful because if we want to send email to like different email addresses, so this is dynamic. If you can see, if we are making static, what happens is like we have to give email address here only. Like let's go to the controller, we have to give email address here, like submit salesforce at gmail.com, comma test at gmail.com. so by this only for two email address email will go. So what do you think, this is beneficial or this? So this one is beneficial, right? We can enter any number of email address, we're just not limited to this. If you want, you can add body here also. Set subject, you can set it here, this is subject, and again you need to set body here. So by this only we are limited to this much, and we are limited to this subject and this body, but so this is not beneficial. Okay, if you are doing it dynamically, you can send to any number of email address, any subject you can add here, and any body. Okay, and click on send email. So this seems to be better. Okay, so in this tutorial only this much, and if you have any doubts you can please comment, and you can find my email address also, you can mail me on email. Okay, if you require any Salesforce training, you can email me and we can start it. Okay, so thanks for watching, and please subscribe to my channel.